It's so nice to sit down and yarn with you today. We're on beautiful Gadigal country and the sun is shining and we've just played a gig at the State Library. So yeah, it's a nice time to come together.
Thank you so much, Kirli and Mark from Cooee Music. They're, I would say, hot off the press. Yes, and they've just released their new album. Kirli and Mark, Cooee exists because two like-minded musical and artistic creatives cross paths in the right room at the right time. So when you think about that, what do you wish there was more of for other artists in terms of collaborations, whether it's short-term, project-wise, or long-term?
We met because of Like Aversion and playing with Jack River, and for me that was the first time I'd ever sung on something of that scale, or I think maybe even singing into a microphone. I was like, Holly, I'm fully underprepared for this. She said, just come and be a part of it. And so I think when someone like that calls you in, you say yes. And having that kind of invitation and spaces for people to welcome us in and learn from far more experienced artists has been a really powerful part of our collaboration. And I learned so much from Mark every time we get to work together.
Yeah, I think particularly for emerging artists, everyone is keen to meet like-minded creatives and to experiment and make things. It's more that in Sydney, compared to other Australian cities, we do lack the infrastructure and we lack the spaces and the venues and the gig opportunities. I'm an optimist in that I think the wave of AI slop coming our way is going to make for a lot of encouragement for small community real life interactions. And we're all keen to have this human connection and to have musical collaborations and experimentation. We just need the reason and we just need the space. Yeah.
Now, your debut album that you've just released, Messengers, carry so much emotion, like love, grief, about Kirli, your mob, culture and language. If someone presses play on the album for the first time, what do you hope it does to them or for them?
Oh, such a big question. I hope for all our mob listening that they feel seen and heard, that there's space for our stories. I feel so lucky we got to work with the Mudjingal Yungoba choir on this as backing vocalists, Eric Avery on strings, Brock Piazza on Yidiki. We had my brother, Warren Foster Jr., who's also a prodigal. He came and he did some spoken word in Jiranganj on it, and we speak in Dharawal, we sing in Dharawal as well. So there's lots of different mob who have been involved in this project, and they get to take that back to their community and celebrate that they're releasing music in this way too. I hope that our communities hear us and feel like they can go and be involved in music projects like that. Our young ones coming through, that those songs of hope and love and black joy keep them strong on their journey. And Welcome is a track that's all about the displacement and removal of our community, but the homecoming that comes with that. I hope that belonging and connection is evident when people, especially when our mob are listening. Yeah.
I think musically, I hope that when people press play, they feel inspired. A lot of the albums that I grew up listening to were just albums full of great songs and storytelling and songs that you could just hit play on a long car drive and just get lost in. And I feel like both of us have grown up with that kind of music. I really hope that people have that desire once they get to know this album.
Kirli, your songs have come to life through your poems, and Mark, through your images, or both of you are actually very artistic. What impact would you like to see your music make, if you can vision it, in 1 year and in 10 years' time?
I think the beauty of this project is that the community that we're cultivating around Cooee is a very thoughtful, creative, intentional community. And so we're brought in to sing at places like the National Gallery or the State Library, or in really niche little bars where the whole crowd is singing along with us. And those communities that we're cultivating with Cooee is what I love most about this. I think that our young ones growing up get to see their black auntie up on stage and they can hear their language and know that's allowed and that's welcome. And our elders are hearing their songs and stories of stolen generations or displacement and feeling like they're welcomed into. For our aunties who had never recorded before and are now going to go record an album, the Mudjingal Yungoba choir, that it gives a chance for them to be garnered on their journey. In 1 year, I hope that lots of people have listened to this album and that we're playing heaps of gigs all over the country. That'd be a big dream. In 3 and 5, I hope that this community that we're creating keeps expanding and lending itself to more organic opportunities like that, where we get to have everyone together making something magical in a space that holds stories. Yeah.
Curli's really challenged me in my creative practices throughout this process. Both of us are visual artists as well as writers and musicians. I guess in 1 year, I would love to have the next album recorded. We've got a bunch of songs ready to go down, and we're very excited to get back into the recording process. And in 10 years, I think I would like to be surprised by whatever creative direction we have taken collaboratively, because the plan is very much not to be just recording artists and musicians. If in 10 years we're doing mural work or we've made some animations for Vivid or something, then that'll be the dream. I think I've forever been surprised by how our collaboration has worked and how much I've been encouraged and inspired to make visual work and audio, songs. Yeah, I think 10 years from now, I hope we're doing something that I can't fathom at this point in time.
Because you never know, honestly. I think there's a lot on the cards for you both. Now, the last question. If technology could boost your career as an independent artist, what would you want it to do most?
Personally, I think that technology has been incredible for the reach that we've been able to get and these otherwise fairly niche Australian perspectives being broadcast around the world with the push of a touch screen. That's really inspiring to me, as much of the way that the internet is moving can be looked at from a negative perspective. I think the positives are that human connection, and the power of technology is amplifying that.
And for me, it's organizational things. So I would love platforms that connect us with each other, but make it easy to be able to do those things. I have a brumby that I ride out in the bush. I love surfing. I try and spend as much time as possible off technology, which as a visual artist and a writer and a musician is pretty hard. But the times where it is really helpful and powerful is when it's helping me organize my life and be in the right place at the right time to have chances like this. So yeah, more tech for those things.
Thank you so much. For new fans who haven't yet explored your music, where can they find you on socials? Where can they access your music?
Yeah, on all platforms. Our social handle is @Cooee Music. You can find Cooee everywhere.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,
have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kirli.